Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I hope that everyone either has already voted, has a plan to vote. You're going to bank your vote and get it in immediately. But make sure that you handle your business and vote. After all, we are heirs to the blessing of Abraham. I like this by Donald Lawrence, who basically reminds us that God promised Abraham in his old age that God would do the impossible and pull up and come through. And as a consequence, Abraham is the father of generations. Why? Because God can start with nothing and make something amazing out of it. We are heirs to the blessing of Abraham. I give y'all that word this morning by letting you know it's not where you start, but it's where God is taking you. God is more concerned with where you're going than where you've been. Abraham had in his life a past that was painful in that he and Sarah had not been able to have a child. They're in a very bad place, Ur of the Chaldees, but the Bible lets us know that God calls Abraham from nothing and make something out of him. Please hear me well. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't become. Don't let anybody look down on you because of where you are unless they're going to reach down to help lift you up to where God is trying to take you. Why? Because I'm simply letting you know God specializes in taking us no matter where we have been and where we are and then making us into what God intends for us to become. I've got the blessing of Abraham on my life because God says wherever you've been can't keep what you can become. Whatever you've done cannot stop what you can do because I've got the blessing of Abraham on my life. Y'all go ahead and have a blessed one. And please don't forget to vote.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by Secret Clinical Antiperspirant. Gives you 72-hour protection against sweat caused by stress, heat, and activity. Secret has your back, and it works. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. With less than a week until Election Day, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are campaigning in pivotal battleground states today as they race to make their final case to voters. Harris spoke to a large crowd in Washington, D.C., the same location where Trump wanted to overturn the will of the people on January 6, 2021. In what was billed as her campaign's closing argument, she contrasted herself with Trump, saying that she would bring a to-do list to the White House in place of his enemies list. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump Tuesday evening returned to a Hispanic majority town in eastern Pennsylvania after a comedian at Trump's rally in Madison Square Garden over the weekend sparked controversy by making racist jokes about Latinos, including calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Are you familiar with the comedian Tony
Hinchcliffe? Yeah, he does a real popular podcast called Kill Tony. He's one of Joe Rogan's guys.
Okay. Yeah, I saw he also did a roast with Snoop Dogg as well.
Yeah.
Either last year or earlier this year. Trump didn't address the comedian's controversial remarks, but he did seize on comments President Joe Biden made on Tuesday when criticizing the remarks about Puerto Rico. Biden used wording that seemed to refer to Trump's reporters as garbage. Lastly, as of Tuesday, over 25.6 million Americans have returned a mail ballot, and over 65 million Americans, including military members abroad, have requested an absentee ballot, according to the data from Election Lab at the University of Florida. So folks are still getting out in early voting, and that option is available in most states until November 1st. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of today's headlines. For updates and more news, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Good morning, Maria. The New York Yankees woke up last night. They lived to see another day, won Game 4 of the World Series to stay alive. Dodgers lead the series 3-1. And the Indianapolis Colts, they are benching starting quarterback Anthony Richardson and turning to veteran quarterback Joe Flacco. Why? There's a couple theories out there. Anthony Richardson asked to be subbed out of the game for one play because he was tired against the Houston Texans this past weekend. So the Colts are claiming they are not benching him for that reason. They're 4-4 on the season. Richardson is not having the best season, so they want to go with the veteran and see if they can shake things up a little bit. But come on, man. As a quarterback, I don't care how tired you are. You don't sub yourself out the game and say, I'm tired, I need to play. You just don't do that. You don't do that, dog. I mean, run play, something. Just, you can't do that. So, come on, Rick. Come on, dog. What's going on?
Yeah, it's only 4 down.
Come on, man. I don't care if you ran the ball every play. You a professional athlete.
That's this generation, man.
Come on.
Ain't never heard none of this stuff before.
He talking about I need to sub out a game. You the quarterback. And you ain't even hurt. It's not an injury. Yeah. There it is, man.
Yeah.
That's my
Let them go over there and think about it. Yeah, get plenty of rest.
You got plenty of rest now. Think about what you just did. Briggity Tack got the hot spot. What you going to be talking about next?
The Wayans brothers are back with Scary Movie. I got the details up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Marlon Wayans announced that he and brothers Sean and Kenan are returning to the Scary Movie horror spoof franchise for the first time since Scary Movie 2. The Wayans brothers are teaming with Rick Alvarez to co-write the script for the new movie, which will aim for a theatrical release filming next year. Now, the last time the Wayans brothers were involved in a Scary Movie film was in the 2001 sequel. Kenan directed the first 2 films while Marlon and Sean co-starred and helped write the film. So we can't wait to check that out, and congratulations to them. Meanwhile, Diddy's sons were about ready to get into an all-out fist fight with Ray J at a recent Halloween party, but their plans had to be put on pause thanks to an unexpected hero. Allegedly, his 3 sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin, got into a heated face-off with Ray J outside a Halloween party in Los Angeles over the weekend. Now, TMZ reports that Ray J made his way to the parking lot along with his crew, but was confronted by Diddy's 3 sons. Sources say the siblings surrounded the singer as they were upset about some of the public comments that Ray J had made about Diddy amid his legal woes. Things got heated between the men, with the groups getting in each other's faces and chest bumping one another. However, Chris Brown, who witnessed everything going on from his car, rushed out and defused the situation with Ray J's manager David, pulling Justin and Christian away. Now, during the conversation between Wack 100 and Ray J admitted that Chris Brown came and broke up the altercation. Check out what he had to say.
Ray J, they talking about the Combses tried to rush you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They tried to rush you in Miami?
In L.A. at the club, dog.
So how many of them was it? 2, 3? What?
I don't know, like 8. I tried to talk some sense into, like, what happened, but I just, you know what I'm saying, luckily the homie Chris is here.
What? Wait, where Chris?
Chris Brown, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good that he broke it up, because that could have went ugly.
Yeah, and they don't need no problems. Nobody don't need no more problems, Lord. It's just enough going on already. So we're going to keep all of them lifted in prayer, as Gary would say. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Nelly is relaunching his famed apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur, in November of 2024. Nelly tells TMZ, our goal as a brand remains the same, celebrating all women, all shapes and sizes. We have amazing new styles and are ready to shake the fashion world again. We're back. Nelly and Apple Bottoms president Michael Saunders are using new technology to give the jeans a stretchy, form-fitting feel and inclusive size ranges. He previously launched the clothing line in 2002. Flo Rida and T-Pain were so impressed with how the ladies were looking at the time, they made a diamond-selling hit song about it. Okay, Nelly, I see you. All right, coming up, what you say?
They don't have no more apple bottoms, honey. These girls got pumpkin bottoms.
They gonna make them to fit them pumpkin bottoms. They making them for all shapes and sizes. So we're going to be all right. The pumpkins, the apples, the oranges, all of that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T.
Holla at the peeps out there, Alabama A&M this morning. You know what I'm saying? That's coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Maria, early voting numbers have broken records, especially in swing states, with about 52.5 million early votes already cast. Individual state tallies have eclipsed 1 million in Florida, Ohio, Virginia, Tennessee, and Texas, as well as Georgia, North Carolina, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. What you got?
Oh, my goodness, Ricky. Yeah, people are turning out. And let's specifically look at these battleground states. That's where Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump have been campaigning heavy this past week. Georgia. Now, we all know that Joe Biden became the first Democrat since Bill Clinton to carry the state, winning it 4 years ago by how many votes? Do y'all know? 11,779 votes.
That's why your vote matters.
That is nothing. That is like a handful of votes, like a couple hundred votes in each county can really determine the election. Now, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that more than 500,000 people in Georgia who didn't vote in the presidential election have already voted early. So these are 560,000 new voters, new residents, Georgians who weren't old enough to vote 4 years ago, as well as residents who've moved back to the state after time living elsewhere. So that is huge to get that many, and to look at, 2020, seeing that the state was determined by just 11,000 or so votes.
Well, the people who predict these things are saying that that's an indicator that people are really, really motivated to get out there and, have their voice heard.
Right. And Georgia isn't the only state. Wisconsin, 20,682 was a number that state was won by, of course, by Joe Biden back in 2020. 1.2 million eligible voters in Wisconsin did not vote in 2020. That's huge.
That's the issue. The issue with Democrats is always turnout. And I'm telling y'all again, and I say it this 100 times on the radio, Florida is really a purple state. Florida has a problem with turnout. 1.5 million Democrats did not vote in the last election that they had, and Obama won Florida twice. Imagine winning Florida. If she wins Florida, it is over.
Yeah, you're just letting your vote go to waste. What's the point of being registered and not getting up and voting? You don't even have to get up.
Yeah.
Barely in a lot of cases. You just go and...
Right, and we've seen all these different scenarios in terms of the path to 270. You can do your own interactive map online, but these swing states are going to be super important. And like you said, Ricky, it's turnout. At this point, the candidates have already expressed their issues. People know who they're voting for. It's really about who shows up. And there are going to be very slim margins in many of these states. So really important to get out and vote. Mm-hmm.
And the way that electoral college map is looking, that Trump could possibly get up to 265. But with that being said, he would have to pick off Michigan or Pennsylvania or both, like he did when he ran against Hillary Clinton. But I really don't see him smaller for him to get up to 270. So we just got to get out here and vote. We got to make sure we get out here and vote. And we're going to be talking more about it. Thank you for that, Maria. And if you have not already voted and you're not sure where to go for your location, just make sure you go to vote.gov, and it'll tell you where to go, voting deadline, and who's on the ballot. So no matter what you decide to cast your ballot for, just make sure that you vote and your vote is counted. Thank you, Maria. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
So much dough, I don't even really know. Come with the 4x4, and you already know you gotta go. And you already know I'm gonna go. Let's go to Mario, and Mario, how to hit it, how he home. I be going the streets, I be getting the beats, I be getting the freaks, I be getting the sheets, but I ain't no KKK. Oh, KKK, we coming with hay. We coming to spray. That's gonna go quack. It go quack.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Baby, Beyonce fans dragged Miss Amber Rose the other day, y'all, after she claimed that Beyonce was trying to be like her. Now, the Beehive swarmed Amber Rose for comments that she made because, Beyonce's speech at Vice President Kamala Harris's rally on Friday. Now, they're saying, y'all, that, honey, Amber Rose was all out on social media, honey, talking about, honey, that, she was trying to be like her and blah, 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 blah. But Beyonce made it very clear, first of all, when she spoke at the rally. She said, first, I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother, Beyonce said, a mother who cares deeply about the world my children and all our children live in. A world where we have, y'all, the freedom to control our bodies. A world where we're not divided. But Amber Rose, honey, remember, she endorsed Vice President, or whatever, whoever he was, former President, Donald Trump. And, honey, Beyonce's speech, honey, Amber Rose said, well, you know what? That's my speech. She took every word I said, honey. She wanted to be me so bad, honey. She literally took my whole speech, and, baby, people didn't like it. And they got on Amber Rose. So Amber Rose went on ahead and apologized, honey, like a girl would do. She apologized. She said, first of all, honey, me and Beyonce, we're good friends, honey. Me and Beyonce, we hung out many a time together. That's what she told TMZ. She said, I troll my friends all the time, honey, adding that people don't know how to take a joke these days. That's what she said.
Does Beyonce know they're good friends?
Nah, that's what everybody was saying. And was that a joke, honey? So, but...
it sounded like she tried to clean it up when the backlash came.
Oh, of course she did. She definitely tried to clean it up, honey, and they said, But, she shouldn't have said that, though. I mean, because Beyonce and... if Beyonce don't hang out with Kim Kardashian, she ain't hanging out with Amber Rose. So, but nevertheless, Amber said that, and she had to take it back. She ate cheese, as they would say. Do they say that now still? They eat cheese? Y'all don't say that.
No. Taylor looking at you like, what is that?
You know what that means? I'm sorry. But anyway, she had to take it back. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh, my God. Ricky, y'all, this shocked the mess out of me. I would have never even thought something like this would happen. It's being reported, y'all, that Gisele Bündchen, the ex-wife of NFL great Tom Brady, y'all, is pregnant.
Yes.
She is pregnant, y'all, with her new boyfriend. Now, his name is Joaquin Valente. Now, he's only 37, and she's 44 years old, and they're saying she's expecting their first child with the jitsu instructor. The jiu-jitsu instructor, honey. And a lot of people saying, allegedly, y'all, Tom Brady may be on mental health watch, y'all. Could y'all imagine? I would have never thought a European woman would do something like that.
She's divorced.
They move on with their life.
But Ricky, she ain't married, though, and she done got pregnant.
She don't have to be.
What you saying? Only black women get pregnant when they ain't married?
No, I didn't say that.
He doing some jiu-jitsu up in that.
He did something, honey. My God. I'm like,
tearing it up.
That's a grown woman,
she didn't like Tom then, evidently. She got pregnant early. I mean, that was quick.
They've been divorced like 3 years.
They ain't been divorced that long. And I feel bad for Tom, but honey,
and she live right behind him.
Yes.
Yeah, right across the water.
That is, I don't believe that.
But Tom, hasn't he dated several women since they've been divorced? I've seen him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Tom Brady good.
Yeah, but I just don't believe that. I would have never thought that.
But now that baby got to come over Tom's house with the other kids. They got
exactly.
They're going to have to figure out how that... Because eventually that's going to happen now. You ain't going to just leave that baby over there. And then the kids come home to dad's house, and then you leave the baby over there. They probably are going to be good friends.
Yeah.
And everybody get along. And, you have to be mature, though.
They're going to be happy to be a big brother and big sister.
Yeah, but your dad, honey, bought you a car for Christmas, and your dad bought you a bicycle.
That's just what they do.
Don't nobody do stuff like that, but you.
You're damn right. But anyway, congratulations to Gisele, y'all. And then for my quick for free story, y'all, people still talking about Dwayne Wade and that statue. Don't y'all think it look like him?
Nope.
Gary.
Oh. That kind of resemble him.
It look like Anton Walker.
Morpheus.
Lord, and people
I can't believe that got cleared. It looks terrible.
The same guy who did Ed Reed's Hall of Fame, that's the guy that need to be doing all of them.
Yep.
Okay, well,
that is just not it.
Well, if Gabrielle haven't spoken up about it, that means, honey, it's a good look, honey. She would have normally said something. She haven't said anything yet that I've heard of.
What was Dwayne Wade's reaction to it?
He liked it, because they say he helped fix it.
He said, "What in the Morgan Freeman from Shawshank Redemption?"
He said the statue don't have to look like him. It's just about the moment that the statue represents.
Right.
No.
I don't care what you say.
No.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, the Collier today, honey, is one of my favorite Collier. My Collier today, y'all, is roasted squash. On the high end, you say roasted squash, and on the low end, you say beautiful gold. That's your Collier for today.
But if y'all don't come, whoever stole Jackie Robinson's statue, we got a job for you.
Come on and get it. Come on and get it.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Good morning. This is Gabby calling from Charlotte, sending a wake-up shout-out to the best dentist in the Queen City, Dr. Justin Sanders and his team at Sanders Dental Studio. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Nikki calling from Baltimore, Maryland. I just want to wake up my daughter Raven, my son Deontay, and all my friends and family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Grand rising, rise and shine to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show and all its listeners. I am Felicia LaDon from Oklahoma City. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
If you listening on your radio, gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know.
Let them know
Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. In Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate it, Brent.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all listen on November the 5th. It's time. It is about that time, party people, for the good, the bad, and the what the hell. It's Wednesday. Maria, what you got in good news?
All right, Ricky, a North Carolina man used a $20 bill he found on the ground at a Speedway gas station to purchase an extreme cash scratch-off through the North Carolina Education Lottery. Well, that $20, y'all, turned into a $1 million prize. The man was given the option of collecting the prize as an annual, actually an annuity of $50,000 over 20 years or taking a $600,000 lump sum. He opted for that lump sum, meaning after taxes, he would collect $429,007. Now, this man has worked as a carpenter for 56 years, and he said he's going to use the winnings to retire. That's beautiful.
Ooh, won't he do it? That's a won't he do it. When he finds $20, it take you back to when Jesus fed the multitude.
Yes.
With one loaf of bread and 2 fish. Look at God. He's still in the blessing business. Join now. Join now. That's good right there, boy. Woo. That's why you on. Try to be honest. It's always good to be honest, but sometimes just finding $20 and being dishonest and keeping it for yourself will turn into a blessing. Sometimes it's
but if it was just laying on the ground, what are you supposed to do?
I'm right. It's for you with God. That's what God has for you.
Yeah, come on now.
Listen.
Right.
That was directly from God's hand to him.
Come on.
Is there one?
Yes, Lord.
All right, Special K, what you got in bad news?
Oh, man, I hope I can make it through this without getting emotional. Crumbs, the world's fattest cat, fell ill suddenly on Saturday night after spending weeks at a feline fat camp and passed away hours later. Yep, animal rescuers first discovered Crumbs living in the basement of a hospital in Perm, Russia. They believed that he had survived on a diet of scraps, biscuits, and soup provided by well-meaning rescuers thought to be abandoned by his owners at a whopping 38 pounds. Crumbs was too large to walk and had been admitted to the special weight loss center for treatment and had lost about 7 pounds, actually, before succumbing and passing away.
Yeah, so he was
fat
just
cat.
The biggest cat ever.
The biggest cat ever. The fattest. He was the fattest cat on earth. Nobody had a fatter cat than Crumbs.
Wow.
Don't say
moment
no
of
more.
silence for the fat cat gone.
What'd you say, Kate?
Gone too soon. Gone too soon. God bless the fat cats out there.
Oh, man. Oh, man, especially the ones that can't walk. Man, we really appreciate that. Appreciate that. And Brent, what do you have in the what the hell news?
Well, in the what the hell news, speaking of fat cats, this is why you got to watch what you eat at potlucks during the holidays.
Damn, Brent.
46.
Hey, y'all, if we get kicked off this damn radio, we're going to have to go and fill out some applications.
No, this is just my what the hell
We're going to all go live at Brent.
46 people in Maryland were hospitalized with food poisoning after eating a noodle dish a co-worker brought to work. Paramedics were called to the workplace about an hour after the employees ate the food. All 46 people who ate the food were taken to the hospital in non-critical condition. The company has since changed its policy to prohibit employees from bringing any outside food.
Yeah, we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to start because you just can't eat. We don't do that potluck. We don't do that potluck up here.
No.
Oh, we don't know who
we
got.
done told y'all you can't eat everybody's food.
Don't even bring no food to my house.
Got Brat. I don't like it. People be like, hey, I can bring some more. I'm like, we straight.
Did y'all 46 people went to the hospital?
All of them.
From this one dish.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You know how many people that is? That's
You know how many
folks.
you know how many videos I've seen with a cat walking around, a cat or dog walking up on the kitchen counter licking and eating out of the food while the lady's making the food and they're saying, oh, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. The hell it's not. The dog been out there licking his butt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, bro.
Yeah, no, bro.
Yeah, we got That's why we don't do potluck. Now we got one. We'll eat. You just gotta, be comfortable and know that somebody's house is clean. You can eat food from them. But if you ain't never seen their kitchen and how they get down and how they cook and do they wash their meat or whatever, wash your meat. Got to wash your meat. Oh, y'all
Do
be
y'all
taking
wash
right
bacon?
I saw that. Something about washing bacon.
Do y'all wash bacon?
I don't.
I
just
don't
wash
wash bacon.
Yeah.
Me
You
too,
can wash
thank you.
you can wash the outside of it if you want to, but you don't have to rinse it off slice by slice because bacon, the grease you'll cook whatever.
You cooking it off? Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel bad, I can't agree with y'all. I have a Christmas cantata every year. You got to bring something, and I don't bring nothing. Everybody got to bring food, so I wish I could agree with
A
y'all.
Christmas cantata where?
What's a cantata?
A party.
A tita? A tata.
It's just
Yeah,
a
that's
cute way
why-
of saying
And
that.
all the people that come just bring their own
You
food.
got to bring your own dish, baby.
know
Somebody
not to go
going
there.
to the hospital.
I'm telling you. No wonder Grady be packed on that day. All right, y'all. Hello?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Ricky? What's up? I'm
Darius.
definitely up before you even start. I'm up. I'm handling something way bigger than...
You're up, but you're not here.
But I am handling something bigger than what we all are here.
Let's start out with, where's Black Tony?
Black Tony is somewhere dealing with some issues. I think he didn't take care of his business when he was younger. I don't think he got his chicken pox shot.
Wait a minute, hold
come
on.
up there, so I had to come up there. Because listen.
Wait a minute. Black Tony going to get his chicken pot shot.
He never got him. Yes, he never got him. And he been around here using Benadryl that ain't gonna help.
So he got the chicken pox right now?
Yeah, so he can't come up there. So I told him I'll come. But listen, this is big. Yeah. I'm early voting, Ricky, because it is time. Because let me tell you something, Ricky, and you better take heed. I know Rock T and Special K, you the only one. Me and you need to get with it because we need a woman in our lives and in democracy. It is time to get somebody different, because especially a black woman, because they have discernment, Ricky. Look how much people going to jail who ain't married. Diddy, look at these people going to jail because they ain't got no black woman to give him a heads up. What's that rapper name, Lil Durk? That boy had a wire on around him. They know better because they can't get no black woman to wear no wire. And a black woman, they know not to tell no. A black woman got discernment, and we need somebody that can see things ahead. You know your grandmother and everything. You listen, all the black women out there, thank you. And I'm looking forward to this.
Have you voted?
My grandma, huh?
And you finna go vote. Who you voting for?
A woman, and before somebody, a black woman, and if anybody got something to say, don't start talking now. Ain't nobody say no when Geraldine Ferraro was running.
Right. Damn,
so she definitely wasn't black. She wasn't black. So I don't want to hear that. I need somebody in this country with discernment to tell you, because my grandmother told my sister that my nephew was carrying his rattler, and she said that little boy going to play the tambourine in church. She saw it.
Right. And what does all this got to do with you not showing up for Black Tony?
All this is saying that it is time to use discernment. And my girl told me this is bigger than me. I need to make better choices, and this is the choice that I made. That today ain't good for me.
Which one of you petty ass, napping neck, no edge,
say it,
still wearing lace front and dookie braid ass done stole my baby scroll off my porch? But I don't know what the you was thinking, because it's scrolling. But man, your dumb ass gonna be scrolling. And ain't nowhere around here to scroll but to the Yellowstone. And so when I catch you at that Yellowstone, I'm yanking that big pamper, sour bottle drinking, noodle eating, pallet land baby of yours up out my baby. And I'm going oops upside your head because you gonna be stupid enough to steal the instead of telling your baby daddy and go buy you a scroller. Depending on how nice you want, you could sell a book or two of food stamps and get you a scroller. However I got is mine. Because if you think I'm finna be told poke your big ass all the way up there here while you scrolling in my baby, you done lost your rabbit ass man. I'm gonna give you 3 hours to bring my baby back to his porch where you got it from. You know what porch you got it off of. But see, I'm sitting around here on lay it down front porch now. So you go and sneak that around there and surprise and have me a nice little surprise when I get on back around her.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, people are still, hey, all that laughing. People still talking about
Go ahead, Gary.
recording artist Loomis, y'all. Now, Loomis did the national anthem recently, and people are attacking her, and I don't know why. She did it the best she could, and people got to realize everybody is not Whitney Houston, and everybody cannot perform and do it the way Whitney did. But here's how Miss Loomis did it, and people are attacking her.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please? Bombs bursting, and I got too nervous. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Okay, well, she need to take it down, probably like a half step, and try again, because she missed a lot of notes. A lot of notes.
She was doing the best
she can actually sing, though.
Yeah, I mean, what does Loomis sing? I mean, because she's just one of these new artists out there. She sang one song, and now they making her do the national anthem. That was too big for her.
I think she should have taken it down, not even a half step, a whole step, so she could hit the high note. I think she was singing out of her range. Okay, and yeah, but sometimes we be not we, and like I'm gonna say I'm not a singer, but sometimes singers be trying too hard and too
Brad,
much vibrato.
No,
you wouldn't.
No, I'm not a singer. I'm a rapper.
Yeah, I can sing it, but it had to be real low.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to her, though. I mean, I'm sure her.
Then you gonna say congratulations after you played that? Man,
I think it was beautiful. It just reminded me of when Carl Lewis sang it. So she did a good job. Congratulations, Lewis. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Vanessa Simmons, honey, the daughter of Reverend Run. Everybody's raving Vanessa. Y'all. Did y'all know she recently had her baby shower, and she's pregnant for Michael Wayans, honey. That's Damon Wayans' son. But people are attacking her, though, Ricky. They say, why she get pregnant for the brokest Wayans?
Who?
That was dirty.
They ain't broke. None of them
Vanessa
broke.
Simmons. I mean,
Ain't none of them broke. You forget that.
They say she picked the brokest and least talented Wayans to get pregnant.
Ain't he on a TV show with Damon?
No, his brothers, honey, his other family members, not him. They didn't do him, honey, right now.
Nobody know that man's financial status.
Who's his
somebody
dad?
know it. His dad, Damon.
Yeah, he ain't. Okay.
No, God bless the child that got his own, not the child, not the parent. The parent got money.
You got all your scriptures mixed up.
Yeah, he said, God bless the child that got his own, honey, so he's the child. God bless him that got his own, not his daddy. So they say, honey, allegedly he's one of the brokest.
Well, if she go with him, he got something.
She could be with him for love. You ever think about that, Gary?
Really?
For love.
Oh,
Just
people still love?
They do.
Oh, well, congratulations on love, honey. Speaking of love, y'all, Nick Cannon is speaking out. Oh, my God. Nick Cannon is speaking out, Rick, and he said something that was very touching, and I'm glad he spoke out about it, because he talked about his insecurities, y'all. And more men need to speak out about their insecurities and stuff. You know, they were saying back in 2009, the New York Times reported that Mr. Cannon was due to release an album with Island Jam that was Carrie's label at the time. They say, but that album never materialized. And Cannon told Daniels that he worried that the label was only interested in him because his wife on his massive sales. And he said that at one point during their relationship, he would wear suits, Ricky, every day to try to prove that he was the man. He said that's the thing. He said when someone has their own world, their own scope, their own bubble, and you got to be participant in that, he said, I'm the main character. He went on. He said, I was getting mad at myself. He said, it was like muscle atrophy. He continued. He said, I'm not being the dude that God put me on this earth to be. Then Cannon is far from the only. And people said this, and listen to this, Ricky, y'all. They said Nick Cannon is far from the only man who's admitted, he admitted to being jealous of his wife's financial status. Now, according to the Love Gap by journalist Jenna Burke, they said there is a modern trend of straight men who claim to want partners who are intelligent, ambitious, and successful, yet decline to pursue women who demonstrate those qualities. And I've always said that men say what they want, but they really don't want what they say. And it's coming out now, and I'm glad Nick is admitting to this, so maybe more men will go ahead on and admit it and stuff, you know, that you're jealous of your woman, period.
Jealous?
Yeah. A lot of men jealous of their women.
I love it.
Well, why would you be with him? You see,
that's the question. You say you want all this. You say you want an ambitious, intelligent, a successful woman, but then after you get that, honey, then you're jealous of her.
Yeah, you know what? I think I heard you mention it before, Kay, how men want a woman who's depends on him but is also self-sufficient.
She can be self-sufficient without being independent.
Right.
When they scream about how independent they are, that's when you kind of signaling to a man that you don't need him. But if you're self-sufficient, that means I can handle my own, but I do need you.
Well, this is quickly, y'all. In a 2015 study published in the Journal Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, they said which found that men rated women who were supposedly more intelligent as more desirable, except when they met the woman face to face, they didn't rate the woman as less desirable. Unquote. All right, so we just gotta pray, honey.
My God.
Yeah, we gotta pray.
Pray
all right,
hard,
the color
pray
today. The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is roasted squash. On the high end, you say roasted squash, and on the low end, you say beautiful gold. That's your color for today.
Roasted squash. What kind of color is that? Y'all give it up for Gary with the T and the color of the day.
Yeah.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about the time for Wellness Wednesday with the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier. We so happy to have you this morning. How you feeling, man?
Hey, Ricky. Good morning, sir. I am doing wonderful, thank you. And good morning, Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, Maria Moore, and the Brat, the entire morning show crew. So, Ricky, there are great things that are going on and breakthroughs over the past few years in the treatment of diabetes. SGLT2 inhibitor oral medications like Farxiga and Jardiance have changed the way we look at diabetes. Injectable GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro not only are controlling your diabetes but also making you lose weight.
But, Ricky, diabetes is a progressive disease disproportionately affecting people of color, 300% higher rates in African Americans with higher amputation rates. So a lot of diabetics ultimately will require treatment with injectable insulins. The problem is that at this later stage of diabetes, when the pancreas is no longer producing any insulin, it's when it's most important to keep the blood sugar controlled, because this is when you'll get the sequela of diabetes. The most common insulin regimen, Ricky, is what's called basal bolus therapy. So you take a long-acting insulin called insulin glargine, name brand like Lantus. You take that in the evening, and then you take a dose of insulin with each meal, sometimes before and after meals. So this may require 4 to 7 injections per day. And most people have big problems with doing this. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding a private location to draw up and inject the insulin. They usually try to do it in the bathroom at the workplace, or, they may be out and they got to pull over to the bathroom at the service station or something like that. Right. And what happens, it becomes so inconvenient, they just don't take the dose. And when they miss the dose, the blood sugar is all over the place, and then that's when they get the sequela of uncontrolled diabetes, blindness, amputations, heart attacks, and strokes. Well, Ricky, there's been a new breakthrough in the administration of insulin. An insulin delivery patch. It's about the size of a large Band-Aid, and you can apply it once daily. One name brand is called the Vigo patch, but you can just Google insulin patches if you are on insulin. But these patches are waterproof, and they can replace basal and mealtime insulin. It delivers insulin just like the pancreas does, providing insulin throughout the day. It delivers a continuous baseline dose called a basal dosing, and then this particular mechanism can give you pulse dosing in mealtime by either a remote control or you press a button, and it can give you up to 2 units per pulse. So if you're taking, say, 10 units with your meals, then you hit it 5 times, and then you're covered. So you don't have to worry about injecting and drawing up insulin. So that's 24-hour coverage with this patch. And in combination with continuous glucose monitoring, new devices like the Freestyle Libre or the Dexcom G7, this is like having an artificial pancreas. It's like really not having diabetes and not being in stage with your pancreas burned out. These computerized devices can be programmed to automatically deliver insulin on a regular schedule or provide insulin boluses on demand if your sugar goes up because of something that you've eaten. So this system helps ensure that the blood sugar levels stay within targeted ranges. So a much more modern alternative to insulin injections, and this will result in better control and more convenient treatment options. You got to ask your doctor about these so they don't have you drawing up insulin with a needle out of a bottle and trying to find a bathroom at the local service station to inject yourself. All right,
Dr. Collier? Yeah, my daughter wears one of those.
All right, very good, and that the control is incredible. And this is different from the older insulin pumps that require a little tube to be inserted in your abdomen, and that though you can fill in with more than 1 day's worth. But these patches, again, are very convenient, and almost anybody can use them if they're on insulin.
All right, let's go to the phone. Gentlemen, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Yes, I'm a black African-American female over the age of 40 and always get less than 6 hours of sleep. What would be a good multivitamin to help me stay energized and woke?
Okay, one thing, your immune system is compromised by that, so you need to take a couple of things. You need to take the vitamin D at 5,000 international units per day, omega-3 fish oil at 3,000 to 4,000 international units per day, and then a complete multiple vitamin with iron and minerals. So name brand doesn't matter. There's no such entity as a generic vitamin. A vitamin is a fixed chemical formula. There's no better way to make them. So if you're paying more than $10 or $15 for a bottle of 100 vitamins, you're paying for a pretty bottle or a celebrity endorsement. So just any name brand that meets that criteria that says a complete, not just multiple, because multiple just means more than one, but a complete multiple vitamin with iron and minerals. The ones I recommend by name, one a day for women, Centrum, Z-Back.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
When I sit down for long periods of time, my right leg goes numb, like from my hip all the way down to my foot, so like there's something pinching. And I'm just wondering, what is that? It's just been happening like in the last maybe month or two.
You're sitting on that sciatic nerve, and that is creating a problem that can radiate all types of symptoms all the way down to your feet. That's called peripheral neuropathy. It can be numbness. It can be tingling. It can feel like pins and needles. It can feel like the leg is on fire, and it can just feel weak. And you get up and you move around. You remove that pressure. So this is the ergonomics of what you're sitting in. Either it can be the chair or seat in your car. It can be the chair that sits at your desk. Something needs to be changed. You need to get a cushion that can go there to help relieve the pressure on that sciatic nerve. And make sure there's nothing in your back pocket like your cell phone or your wallet or anything that would press directly on that sciatic nerve. And note that the biggest problem that a lot of truck drivers have, they wear that wallet in their back pocket and they sit on it all day, and then they start having problems with the sciatic nerve on that side, affecting that leg. So I tell them to take that wallet out of their front pocket, put it in their front pocket, and then they're fine.
Right, I know that's right. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I want to ask him about my diabetes. My urine is really clear, and I'm urinating a lot, and lightheaded, head hurting, and the insulin is not bringing my sugar, but running really high. The insulin's not bringing it down. So I want to find out if there's something that I can do to bring my insulin, bring my sugar down.
Absolutely. One, when you're urinating that frequently, that's because of the high blood sugar levels. That diuresis and is called glucosuria. The glucose has an osmotic effect, and it makes you urinate out. You can get dehydrated, which is what's making you feel lightheaded, and it alters as your blood sugar goes up and down. Your brain literally shrinks and swells. And every time it shrinks or swells, and your eyeballs as well, it can give you blurred vision, it can give you headaches, it just makes you feel badly. So it's going to require a partnership between you and your doctor to put you on a regimen that will better control your blood sugars. What I just got through talking about, the insulin patch might be perfect for you, but since you're on insulin, and that will make sure that you're getting correct doses throughout the day versus trying to chase those blood sugars, which is what most insulin regimens do. Your blood sugar goes up, you take insulin, you bring it down, sometimes too low, then you have to eat something to bring it back up, and this is the cycle that you go through all day, every day. So it requires more attention than that to your diabetes.
All right, there it is. I appreciate it, Dr. Collier. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Rickey, I can be reached on all social media at AskDrMJ, Ask Dr. MJ. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. MJ, for videos on various healthcare topics, and go to my website, lipodrops.com, where you'll find information and our Halloween discount special today, that keeps you healthy and boosts your immune system and help you lose weight. Vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil, lipoimmune to get you through this COVID, flu, and respiratory syncytial virus RSV season. So, Rickey, Ask Dr. MJ on YouTube. And remember, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or its production crew.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time for Fix It, Jesus. You know how I go down on Wednesday on this show. We got the one and only comedian extraordinaire, Rita Brent, from Jackson, Mississippi, graduate of Jackson State University, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So happy to have you this morning, Rita Brent. What up?
What up, Rickey? And it is Jackson State homecoming week, so shout out to my alma mater, Jackson State Tigers. We finna turn up this week. Glorilla is gonna be in town tonight. Yep.
Oh, snap!
All right.
Yeah.
I might have to come down now, Rita. What's up?
Yeah, pull up, Rick. Pull up.
Are you doing your night tonight?
Nah, that's on Tuesday nights.
Okay, all right, I got you.
The workout room. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I'm taking out. We had a good time at the Start On in Birmingham Sunday. Me and Special K. So that was dope.
Yep.
I know you killed it.
Yeah, it was
she
lit.
Did.
K killed it too. So y'all going trick or treating tomorrow? Y'all, what y'all doing?
I think so. Yeah, I got to take the kids. Yeah, and have some fun.
So y'all remember we used to get like Halloween candy that was good? You remember that? Like it was good candy. Yeah, so I've been looking, and Halloween candy is like super expensive now. You know, like even the nasty kind, unfortunately, like candy corn, all kind of candy. It is. I mean, my grandma used to give me candy corn when I was little, but I still don't like it. But even the nasty kind of Halloween candy is expensive now. And, God dropped a song in my spirit because I just, want to speak to everybody who might be going trick-or-treating. You may be disappointed when you get certain candy in your little basket that you don't want. And so, Halloween don't feel right with the wrong candy. So God dropped a song in my spirit, and I just want to share it with y'all this morning.
Let him use you.
Yeah. This song goes out to all the little boys and little girls who had to endure eating nasty Halloween candy year in and year out. But you can't complain or be ungrateful because it's free. But I'm here to tell you that God is able and that no nasty candy formed against us shall prosper. Everybody lift your hands. Lift your hands.
Hands lifted.
No candy corn formed against me shall prosper. Yuck. It won't work. No licorice formed against me so nasty shall prosper. It won't work. No Twizzlers formed against me.
I agree with that one.
Shall prosper. It won't work. No circus peanuts or big.
Are you serious?
I'm with you with that one.
Or sugar daddy milk, caramel pops. No. They won't work. I said God will do what he said he will do. He will discontinue this candy for me and you. Cause I still have cavities on this nasty candy. God, you said in your word you will come through. No, the devil is a liar. Victory is mine. The devil is a liar. Victory is mine. I want some airheads. Woo! I want some Sour Patch Kids.
Come on now.
I want some Starburst. I want some sweet tarts. The devil is a liar. Victory is mine. The devil is a liar. Victory is mine. I want some M&M's and I want some Skittles with sugar daddy milk. I want some Jolly Ranchers.
Hey, Rita. It's a lot of people out here upset. It's a lot of people out here. They love the elephant peanuts and the candy corn. I'm one of them. Come on now. Come on.
Never seen nobody like them circus peanuts ever in life.
Them circus peanuts go hard. Are you serious?
Yeah, all right.
What? All right, listen.
Not for Halloween.
Throw them away first.
Not for Halloween, though.
But the candy corn.
No,
that's
throw that
amazing.
away first.
Throw it away.
Out
that
the
candy
window.
corn go hard. Ain't
I
nothing that's
litter.
like.
I litter with that. I throw it out the window.
I can deal with the candy corn, and I like the circus peanuts, but not for Halloween.
I like the
y'all
candy
make sure
corn.
y'all make sure y'all follow Rita Brent on social media. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
So let me make sure I got this straight. So nowadays, parents have to not only be able to explain to the kids about the birds and the bees, but also the bees and the bees and the birds and the birds and the birds that used to be bees and the bees that used to be birds but still like bees and the birds that still like birds but they look like bees but they still like other birds plus bees that look like birds but still got a stinger. Okay, I got it.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 24 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by Febreze. Does your carpet or couch need a refresh? Grab Febreze fabric spray to make sure it's always smelling fresh and clean. Also try Febreze fabric spray on your clothes or bed. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. So the countdown continues. Less than a week to Election Day. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are campaigning in pivotal battleground states today as they race to make their final case to voters. Harris spoke to a large crowd in Washington, D.C., the same location where Trump wanted to overturn the will of the people. on January 6, 2021. In what was billed as her campaign's closing argument, she contrasted herself with Trump, saying that she would bring a to-do list to the White House in place of his enemies list. Meanwhile, former President Trump is, campaigning out in Pennsylvania. He has some damage control to do with these comments about Puerto Rico. They said there's more than 500,000 registered Puerto Rican voters in that state, and we know that that's a swing state. So he's trying to do some damage control there. Later in the show, later this hour, we're going to have Governor Tim Walz, who is a vice presidential candidate with Kamala Harris. He's going to be on the show talking to us about the campaign. Also, keep in mind, y'all, early voting still going on now in most states until Friday. So if you can get out and vote early, be like 65 million Americans who have returned ballots in person, military ballots abroad, requested absentee ballots. So those numbers are growing, and we want to make sure that we get a huge turnout for the election coming up this Tuesday. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What it do, Maria? Well, the New York Yankees, they finally woke up last night and lived to see another day. They won Game 4 of the World Series to stay alive. LA Dodgers lead that series 3-1. In the Indianapolis Colts, they are benching starting quarterback Anthony Richards and turning to veteran quarterback Joe Flacco. Why are they doing this? I don't know if you watched the game this past weekend, but Anthony asked to be subbed out of the game for one play because he was tired. Now, this is the quarterback. They're playing the Houston Texans, and he's tapping on his helmet.
After he made that big run back to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, man. I don't care if you're tired. You're the quarterback. You don't sub yourself out the game. Yeah. So the Colts, they claiming that they're not benching him for that reason. They're 4-4 right about now, and Richardson is not having the best season or whatever, so they want to go with the veteran quarterback Joe Flacco to see if they can shake things up, whatever. But man, come on, if my quarterback is asking to be subbed out and you are not injured, you're not hurt, I got a problem with that.
Yeah, you got to stay in the game.
Come on, man. It is what it is.
Unless there was an injury.
Exactly. That's it. That's the only reason. But the sports world is still clowning Dwayne Wade's statue that he got at the Miami Heat Arena, man. So former NBA star Chris Webber shared his thoughts on what he thinks.
But, man, I saw some pictures. It kind of looked like, what's my man, Chris Rock when he was Pookie, smoking crack on the one. It also looks like the lead singer from the 5 Heartbeats when he was singing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
you see the Morpheus one?
I saw the Morpheus, that looked good, yes.
D-Wade said, y'all need to shut up and stop worrying about a statue and go vote. That's what he said in the video.
That's what he looked like he's saying. Look like he's yelling, y'all go vote.
Yeah.
In that statue.
Talking about the statue.
This is what the statue saying.
Well, maybe we should have a statue on the show, see what his thoughts on this.
You remember School Days when old dude was like, wake up at the end of the movie? Wake up!
Right. Damn. No, bro.
There it is, man.
Well, y'all, hell, man.
We gonna
let me tell you something, man. Black people are clown you about being on time.
We sure will.
To go to work. We clown you about anything.
We sure will, dog.
Hey, Kay, I need to write that. I need to do that on stage, Kay.
Oh, man.
All the things black people will clown you about?
Yeah.
He just got
anything.
He got his own statue.
He got his own damn statue, and that man can't sleep at night. Y'all messing with him. Talking like
black people see you in the grocery store. Look at you buying ground beef. Hamburger meat buying ass.
Drop it like it's
buying
hot.
white bread.
Drop it like it's hot.
Don't nobody even eat white bread.
Hey, Brat.
Yo.
Am I lying? Do black people will clown you about anything?
Anything.
What do you say, Kay? You mad?
Look at you buying some milk. milk drinking ass.
What is wrong with drinking milk?
I'm eating some cereal in the morning, bro.
Something. Anything.
Hey, Kay, you sure you got front row tickets for you and your wife to go see Beyonce? What's somebody gonna say?
Look at Joe going to the concert ass. Trying to be like everybody else going to see Beyonce. Look at you sitting up there in the front row.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Kay, your child is giving your 9-year-old is getting baptized, giving his life over to God. What's your boy sitting in the audience? What they saying?
Man, look at him, scared to go to hell. Scared ass. Trying to go to heaven because he 9. what he did for the first 8 years.
Oh, man. Man. No, it's true, though, dog.
Anything.
We're going to find it.
All right, Brad, go. I'm sorry.
Hey, Brad.
All right, good morning, everybody.
One more dollar.
One more, okay.
He got no more.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Kanye West has quietly ended his legal battle with Adidas 2 years after the brand cut ties with him. The Adidas CEO announced they reached an out-of-court agreement which didn't include any payments. The CEO said there isn't any more open issues and there's no money going either way, and we both move on. There were tensions on many issues, and when you put the claims on the right side and you put the claims on the left side, both parties said we don't need to fight anymore and withdrew all the claims. However, he didn't share additional details about the deal, only that no one owes anybody anything anymore, so whatever it was is history. If you can recall, Adidas ended their partnership with Kanye after he wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt and went on an anti-Semitic tirade in October 2022. So I'm glad for that. They're not fighting no more. They both moved on and put all that stuff to the side. Moving on, y'all. Foxy Brown has a documentary in the works, and it will put a spotlight on the bidding war that happened when record labels were trying to sign her in 1995. On Instagram, she reflected on the biggest bidding war in rap history as she explained why she eventually went with Def Jam. She wrote, "True story, 95 was the biggest bidding war in rap history. 4 biggest CEOs were at war to sign the Foxy deal. Russell Simmons, Puff, Jimmy Iovine, and Sylvia Rome. It was nuts. So my team voted. Don Pooh and Gab voted Bad Boy. Eric Nixon and voted Jimmy. Clark Kent and Russell, and I chose Russell with the incentive that Jay-Z had to be signed to. The Foxy documentary is coming, so I can't wait to see that, and congratulations to her. And last but not least, once again, let's let everybody know that Nelly is relaunching his famed apple bottom jeans in November of 2024. He said, "Our goal as a brand remains the same, celebrating all women, all shapes and sizes. We have amazing new styles, and I'm ready to shake the fashion world again. We are back." So he previously launched the clothing line in 2002. Flo Rida and T-Pain were so impressed with how the ladies were looking at the time, they made a hit record about the song. They made a hit record about the jeans with the song Apple Bottom Jeans and Boots with the Fur. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. Yes, sir. Don't do it.
It's Mr. K.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I won. What if I win a Heisman Trophy? What they going to say?
I won the Heisman Trophy, but I still ain't make it to the NFL looking at it. Here you win the Heisman Trophy. You still ain't in the NFL.
Hey, but I'm going first round. All right, okay. So the draft comes, I go first round. Right? What they gonna say?
Oh, but you probably still ain't gonna be in the league but a year.
Just haters. Haters.
Man.
Probably gonna tear up your hamstring in the third game.
There's people out there like that for real though.
Yeah, dog.
Yes,
you ain't making none of this stuff. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show
Coming up next, y'all, we got Tim Walz, the interview, and the praise mixed down with the White Stone. This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I'm so excited this morning. Joining us is the governor of Minnesota, and he is running for vice president of the United States of America. Y'all, please welcome Governor Tim Walz. Hey, Governor Walz, thank you for joining us.
Well, Rickey, thanks for having me. Great to be with you.
Yes, sir. We are 6 days away from Election Day. How are you feeling, and what are you seeing on the campaign trail?
Well, feeling good. The momentum is strong. Earlier this week, the vice president's speech, I think, laid out what America expects. Unity. I have some real plans around how to reduce prices, how to get small businesses off the ground, and just the decency that they expect out of their president. And I'm seeing large crowds. We're across the South, Georgia, North Carolina, be up in Pennsylvania. We're hitting all the states. She's out there. She's making the case, and we're feeling momentum's on our side, and we're going to win this thing on Tuesday.
Governor Walz, so glad to talk to you this morning. Vice President Harris made a point of reminding Americans in her address last night even of the serious threat to democracy by your opponent, former President Trump and his agenda or platform, whatever you want to call that. But can you briefly explain why this alone should be a deal breaker for voters? the threat to
Well,
democracy?
it's foundational. This is a guy who puts himself above all else. And I think what it shows is it's not just the foundation of our democracy that no one should be above the law, but this guy's talking about weaponizing the military against folks. And I think the thing for your listeners to understand is he's not focused on the issues you care about. So I think a lot of folks saying, well, what I'm concerned about is why are prices so high? What I'm concerned about is how am I going to buy a house? What I'm concerned about is how do I get this job, or how do I get tax credits so I can start a small business? So I think the reason you should be concerned about it is this guy only cares about himself. He's focused on power. He's focusing on using that power. He is going to undermine the democracy, but he's going to spend all his energies thinking about that rather than you. She laid out an agenda where she's talking about what are the things you care about? How do we make sure that we're tackling tough issues? How do we make sure we're reducing gun violence in our schools? And also, how do we make sure those kids are getting off to a good start in pre-K? So I think for your listeners to understand here is this guy's not concerned about you. He's concerned about himself, and that is a big difference from what the vice president laid out.
You know, this whole election, this campaign has been very polarizing, you know, from both sides. And I imagine it's going to be a task to unify the country no matter who wins. What is your message for, one, voters who are still on the fence about who they're going to vote for, and then your plans to unify and to reach out to Trump supporters should you win the election?
Yeah, that's right. Both the vice president and myself, not just coming from the middle class, but always working across the aisle. The first time I was with her, I got off a bus, and supporters on one side of the streets, folks weren't supporting us on the other. And she turned to me without blinking and said, remember, we work just as hard for this side of the street as that side of the street. She's pledged to make sure that we put dissenting voices in the cabinet. And she's talking about that there's value in having a broad debate and compromising around issues. Contrast that to Donald Trump calling us, enemies from within, talking about using the military, talking about weaponizing the Department of Justice to arrest people just because they disagree with him. And I think, just from the rhetoric that you're hearing us, that we believe that this country can be united. He is working as hard as he can to tell us that we can't be. And then, just the horrific language he's used, whether it was denigrating, Puerto Rican citizens or continuing to stir trouble amongst Americans, that is the exact opposite of what people are hungry for.
Let me ask you, is there anything about this, the campaign, not the campaign, but just about this election that really, really make you nervous? What part of this keep you up at night, with the seriousness and the consequences that will come if Donald Trump is elected?
Yeah, I think it starts with, first of all, is that Donald Trump wants us to be cynical. He wants us to believe the system's broken. He keeps telling us, he called us a garbage country. Only he can make us great again. We've always been a great country. And what I worry most about is that people lose faith in it. And they said, what difference does it make if I vote or not? It makes all the difference. And what difference does it make if I, run for office in my community or I serve on a board? And what it does is it continues to divide us and isolate us. I have no doubt Donald Trump will follow through with what he's done. Get rid of the Department of Education, give tax cuts to billionaires, get rid of our health care, continuing to take away women's reproductive rights. He'll do all those things. And what I worry about is people say, what difference does it make? Look, you got 6 days to make a difference for generations to come. 6 days to say, this experiment in democracy needs to stand. We don't stand for one person. We don't pledge allegiance to one guy. We sure the heck don't put their pictures on flags and wave them around. We raise our flag, and it's one that all of us are in it together, and I think that's a big difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning. Y'all, please give it up for Vice Presidential Candidate Governor Tim Walz. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.